Hi, here is your instructions for mini lesson of long distance learning number 2, which is all about writing thesis statements for your future essay. As you're going through this week, be sure to be thinking about what is the theme that I want to focus on and what is the secondary source I'm going to be using in my essay. The document that I've put for your Google Classroom assignment, it asks you to list both along with the thesis statement as much as you can. If the thing exists online, please share the link with me so that I can take a look at it. I'm just really curious to see what secondary sources you guys pick. So just to provide an overall little bit of context about this, here you can see I've given you some big general instructions. So you want to make sure that in your essay you're doing the compare and the contrasting of each of the sources, but you still need a thesis statement. You still need to argue for something. And that thing is going to be which one of the texts grapples with the theme most successfully as we think about our society and the future of where we're headed, and what you guys will experience in your lifetime. Now, you don't have to have the traditional like 3 subtopics like you did in senior thesis. You can, if it feels familiar and comfortable and you just want to roll with it. But otherwise, you can use 2, you can use more than 3 if you want, but be smart about it in structuring your essay. So all the same rules still apply. You need a claim, which will be which one of them grapples with the theme more efficiently. And then 2, you need the subtopics that describe the different aspects of why you think that text does a better job of exploring the theme for our future. Now, the important thing to keep in mind is that we can't hold Huxley accountable for things he didn't know about. So it's really easy to say things like, well, he didn't account for the internet or cell phones and thinking about social media. Like, obviously those things all exist and they're a big part of where we're going in the future, and you can talk about them, but you can't say that like Huxley's book fails because it doesn't cover those aspects. There's no way he could have known that kind of stuff. So we have to think more creatively. Then I wanted to show you guys that I put up a sample of a thesis statement that deals with comparing the time capsule from a dead planet that we read together in class to Brave New World. And ultimately, I did decide that I thought that the piece from Margaret Atwood was more compelling because it talked about mass production in different ways in terms of like the private sector, greed, money, that capitalism, that kind of stuff, which Huxley does not do. He imagines that the government runs everything when it comes to production, and that's not the society that we live in. And then the other thing is the major environmental consequences of like ruining the planet's natural resources and overpopulation. He seems to view having lots of people as a good thing. We see this as something that tends to hurt the planet's natural resources, which are limited. So you can take a look at this. And then I've also listed the possible theme topics in case you're looking for those. Please be aware that as you turn in your thesis statements, myself or Wendy may be giving you feedback on them. Please incorporate that. I'm going to put a grade in the grade book for the thesis statements, so try your best. I know this is maybe like a new type of essay writing that we're doing, and it kind of is challenging that we didn't get to talk about this in class, but try your best, put it out there, and we'll give you the feedback and we'll get you there. As always, email me if you have questions, schedule a meeting if you want to talk about it, and I'll see you guys later.